Jesus fucking Christ. All right. Anyway, thank you for pissing on my bonfire already this morning.
Yeah,
All
you're
right.
welcome.
Yeah. I just want to continue from yesterday because it seems we abruptly had to end it with the people riding in.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you uh, did you have any interaction with Lou last night? I know he was in town. He didn't give you any trouble.
No, he didn't give me any trouble. I ran out to make sure there was no one else out on the street too when those other people were around, and so I did run into him, but I told him that he should get out of town because there's
All
the
right.
mass individuals.
Yeah. What happened with those messed individuals, by the way?
I don't really know what happened after that. I mean, when I left to go look for other people in town, they came riding down in, but their masks weren't up anymore. But I didn't recognize any of them, and they just rode through and then disappeared. So I have no idea.
All right. Okay. Well, at least no one was hurt, right?
Yeah, luckily.
I know we know each other a little bit, right? But we've had some conversations.
Yeah, I like to
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah. I feel like there's a level of at least respect there. So I'm going to ask you something that's really personal, and you can tell me to mind my own business, okay? It's nothing to do with the Lou LeBlanc stuff or anything like that. We'll talk about that in a minute. It's about you personally,
Okay.
all right? And we've had open conversations about stuff before.
Yeah.
How are you, Fenna? You have been through a lot, and I see sometimes that there's threads that aren't in order, and sometimes sometimes, how do I explain, the mask slips a little bit. You're trying to put on a face most of the time. Sometimes I'm sure that's easier than other times. But how are you doing?
Uh, I am I am God. How do I even answer that? You know what? In the grand scheme of things, in the broad sense of the term, how are you? I'd like to think I'm pretty okay considering that like I can't get any worse than I've already gotten, you know? Like there's nothing that can hurt me more than I've already been hurt, so I have to be okay now. So I have to be good, right?
I can understand that. If I may, someone who says they have to be okay usually isn't okay. From my uh,
Well,
from my understanding, but I'm not a psychiatrist or a doctor or anything like that. So I was just asking you, person to person, how are you finding the job? Bear in mind, I'm not the sheriff's office, so what you say has very little relevance on your work. I'm asking you personally.
I loved I loved my job. I loved it. I do. I did. But now whenever I click on, it's like I just feel like what's the point? It's the same thing as I was talking about yesterday. What's the fucking point? Because we don't actually make a difference, Logan. Nothing changes in what we do. And then I get a black mark on my back because I actually try to be kind to people, especially to people that other people aren't kind to, and then that just makes me a bad person. And so somehow inherently I'm just always a bad person no matter what decision I make. I choose to not do anything, I'm a bad person. I choose to do something, I'm a bad person. I choose to say something, I'm a bad person. I choose not to say anything, I'm a bad person. So what's the fucking point? What's the point? At this point, it's just a fucking paycheck and waiting for my early grave.
So why do you still have your badge? That's the obvious question, right?
Because what else am I gonna do?
Not feel like a bad person? Not.
Come on now. I think I'm gonna always feel like a bad person. If I don't have the badge, what am I gonna do? Knowing me, I'm probably gonna slip into some shit by accident, and I don't know.
Why would you slip into some shit?
I don't know. It just happens. I'm too curious of a person, I guess.
It happens? Like it already has? Or-
Well, I draw very many different types of people, you know. I guess just the type of person I am, but I haven't robbed a store or anything. Obviously.
No. Alright. But, yeah, no, I wouldn't expect you to rob a store, but what have you done? You know? What have you slipped into?
I nothing nothing that I couldn't handle or that I'm not handling. I have done my due diligence as a person who's trying to change the world for the better. And sometimes to change the world for the better, you have to make compromises and choices that you wouldn't expect anyone else to make. And so I made those choices, and that's what I did. And did it make the world a little better? For everyone else, it did. They just don't even fucking realize it. Nobody fucking appreciates what I've done.
I mean, I can understand that, but what is it you've done? I can't appreciate something I don't know, right?
You wouldn't understand it. There's no way to explain it. Logan, don't you understand? I've tried to explain it. I've tried to explain it to everyone over and over and over again, and nobody listens. They all think that I'm just fucking crazy, that I've just lost my mind. And
I'm
maybe they're
listening.
fucking right. Maybe they're fucking right, but I'm not.
Fenna, I'm listening right now.
There's... Okay. I haven't... How do I word this? I haven't... No. No. I can't tell you. Because if I tell you, then something bad's gonna happen.
It means something bad's gonna happen.
He's always listening.
Who is? Lou?
No. That's what I've been trying to tell everybody. It's not Lou. Lou isn't the bad person. He's not what everyone thinks he is. When you're surrounded by evil so much, people begin to think that you're the monster. And it's not the monster that's hurting you.
So who's always listening? Help me out here, Fenna.
God. His God. My God.
Your God.
I'm stuck with it.
You have the same God as Lou?
I don't... Shh.
Okay. Alright. I'll speak quietly.
He's not... I wasn't supposed to. I tried to get away, you know?
Alright.
I tried very hard to get away. But, you know, like I said, it's never Lou that was the problem. Lou was always acting in his I can't tell you. I told you. There's no way for you to understand it unless you hear him. But now I'm stuck hearing him all the time because I had to do what I had to do.
What did you do, Fenna? I can't help you if I don't know. And there's already breadcrumbs that lead to multiple conclusions, and some of them will be wrong, and people could get hurt.
Someone's gonna get hurt.
I don't know, but but if people jump to the wrong conclusions, people usually do get hurt, right? Things that people don't understand. You've seen how people can be like when they don't understand something. People are scared of things they don't understand.
That's why people are scared of Lou. Because
I mean,
they don't get it. They don't get what it's like in our brains. They don't get what
right,
it's
then
like to be plagued by constant people telling you that what you're doing is stupid or wrong or not to go into something or to run forward into fucking gunfire.
all right, then help me understand the best you can. I know I'm not going to understand fully, but talk to me about what you've done and why you did it, so I can understand. Because at the moment, I'm missing a lot of information here, and it's getting mighty confusing.
I saved Lou.
You saved Lou. That's good. How did you do that?
I can't tell you.
Why can't you tell me, Fenna?
I want to, Logan. I want to, but it gets stuck in my throat when I try to speak about it. Because nobody's gonna understand it.
All right. But you know that if I'm looking at this situation, others are going to be looking at this situation. I'm not the smartest cookie. You know, there's much smarter people than me. Eventually, people are going to start asking questions in a maybe less than friendly way, or they might point fingers in the wrong direction. You have a chance to get ahead of it, Fenna. Tell me what you've done and why, and I'll do my best.
If I tell you, you have to make sure that they don't ever try to look for somebody else. Or try to pin it on somebody else or any of that bullshit.
If you give me the information that doesn't make me go look for somebody else, then sure.
What do you know about Lou being hurt?
I know that he was last seen in a really roughed up way. Apart from that, details are a little bit vague. I know there's been a few incidences that you've not answered questions thoroughly or at all. Why don't you just tell me what you feel comfortable telling me?
I wanted it to be over. The court did nothing. It did absolutely fucking nothing. I went to court with him 3 times over. How many? 4? Fuck, maybe it was even only 2, but it felt like it was ages. And it never fixed anything. Friends going after him against my will never fixed anything. And if I could describe to people how I feel about Lou, he feels like an estranged family member. Where you still just care for them and you want so badly to fix them, to help them. But I knew I couldn't do that unless I thought thought the only way to fix him and the only way to stop anyone else from getting fucking hurt or from going through what I went through from his God choosing another person was for me. I thought it was for me to, t- t- I thought the only way to end it, because law and non-law doesn't fix anything, was for me to just end it myself.
End it yourself, as in try and kill Lou? Is that what we mean?
I didn't want to kill him.
All right, so what did you do? What did you want to do?
I wanted to confront his God so bad. I didn't want to take the Icar. Because I thought if I could talk to him, if I could yell at him, challenge him, whatever, if I could just do something, then I could fix it, and he wouldn't kill anybody else. Because he just keeps taking and taking and taking from me, Logan.
I know.
So I tried. I made Lou come to the cave with me.
Which cave?
The first cave. Down by Butcher Creek.
All right.
The big one where he first made me take the Icar, and I found out about another way to talk to him, but it would involve doing what I did.
And what was that, Fenna?
Just wanted to save his soul. And I did it. I did it. Even if he's in pain right now, his soul is saved.
Did you harm Lou then? Is that what you're saying?
I just did what it told me to do.
And that involved using your knife on Lou?
It was... I've already said too much. It's gonna come out.
All right, Fenna. You know what happens now, right? You know we have to do something about this. But I want to do it the right way. I don't want to parade you through the town.
He's alive. He's alive, and I'm fixing it. I'm
I
making
know.
sure he stays alive.
And
I'm
that's
helping
good.
him heal. If I go away now, Logan, he might die.
We can give him good medical care.
So many people want him dead because they don't understand. It's like you said, people fear what they don't know. They don't know him.
All right. I understand that. I understand your concern. But if you refuse, you know that this gets a lot worse. I can protect you to some point.
How? Once everyone knows, they're gonna realize the monster that I am, Logan. I mean, you get called it enough, you end up turning into it, don't you?
Listen to what I'm saying, Fenna. Block out the other voices and the other sounds and just listen to me. You are not in a good headspace, Fenna. You have been through so much. This isn't a case about you've done a bad thing and I'm going to arrest you. It's not. You need some help. But this is...
Me, Logan, I've tried. I listened to my friends. I don't think I listened to them. I tried. I've reached out to people who are supposed to know minds and were supposed to talk to me. Nobody got back to me because it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't my fate. This was my fate. To take this twisted, disgusting religion and use it for good. You know, the Ika's it's not a good thing, but when used properly, it can be amazing. I mean, do you know how much it helped me? Sure,
The what?
the first few nights was horrible, but it helped
So-
me see my dead family again. It helped me through my grief. If I perfect it, Logan, if I perfect the recipe, I'm trying to make it into a tea instead of a paste. And if I do that, I can use it to help people.
Fenna, what are you taking? What is in this?
The Ika, it's the thin. It's just a bunch of herbs. But it
Clouding your
helped.
judgment, Fenna. It's clouding your judgment.
No, it helped me. I used to cry every night. I used to think that I was gonna die because my heart felt so heavy, Logan.
Yeah, I understand. Listen to me. This Ika, or whatever it is, it may make you feel better, but it's not helping you. You have hurt somebody badly. You were seeing
I
visions.
was doing what it told me to. It saved his soul. You know, he doesn't hear it anymore. He's better because of what I did.
You are seeing your dead relatives. Is that normal, Fenna? Do you think that that's how things should be?
Yes. Yes, I think it's how things should be. I think it's how people heal.
It's not helping you heal, Fenna. It's masking your pain. There's a difference. It's filling your head with lots of different things, and it's not letting your body and your mind heal. It's like putting a Band-Aid over a gunshot wound. There's no easy fix for what you've been through, because it's fucking awful. I've been through even just the slightest part of what you've been through. And I feel that pain every day, so I can't imagine the grief that you feel when you are actually able to feel your normal emotions. But this is not the way to deal with it, Fenna. This path only has one ending for you. If you go down, I promise you, that if we deal with this the right way, I won't abandon you.
That's what they all say, Logan.
Yeah.
Those are empty fucking words. It's
All right,
not
then.
like I was hiding it. I tried to tell Rube about it. About the tea making at least. And he told me he didn't want to hear it.
All right.
I'm not hiding. I was just because I didn't want to talk about that part doesn't mean I didn't want to talk about how I'm trying to do good. I'm trying.
Yeah, I know, and I see that. But I can't help you if you don't trust me. I'll prove that trust to you right now, Fenna. Your horse is right there. I won't try and stop you and run into your horse and riding away. My horse is in the stables. But if you do, I won't be able to help you as much. But I will still offer that help when you do get caught. And you will get caught, Fenna. And you don't deserve to be on the run. You don't deserve that. You deserve the help. You've been through so much in such a short space of time. I don't feel sorry for you because you deserve more respect than that. But I do feel for you. So you can come with me and we can have a conversation with the sheriff's office. Most likely Jonathan, because he's understanding. Or you can run for your horse. I'll write up the paperwork. And I'll write up that you ran away as well, and we'll add those charges. But that offer of help will still be there. If you go to Sissaker, I'll help you through it. You get out, I'll even give you fucking work. So you got some money coming in. I'll put you at the ranch. You can have some peace. Whatever it takes. I'm friends with a lot of doctors. Good doctors. Doctors that I trust. I'm trying to help you. Believe that.
Can I at least send a letter?
Sure. I'm gonna trust you to send that letter.
Okay.
And come back to the sheriff's office.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
But if you don't, I'm gonna add the charges that you ran away, okay? Just so we're clear. All right, Fenna. Go send your letter. Hey, thank you for coming back. See, I didn't chase you.
Yeah.
Are you ready to do this?
No.
I know. You watch out, there's a wagon coming. Come on. Let's get you inside. We'll have a conversation. All right. I'm gonna have to pay you down just for Fenner. You know how it is. Ellen, you want them put into cells now?
Sure, but she is just detained for the moment.
No problem. That's fine. I'm just gonna make sure they got nothing on him.
We will need a command member to come by. We're trying to get in contact with one now.
No, they seem clean. All right, let's get you in there for now. Okay? Let me open one of these for you.
I'm going to walk you through the process of what's going on, what's going to happen right now. I need an undersheriff or a sheriff to come over here and decide what actually to do with you. So at this time, just to confirm it to you, you are just detained, you're not under arrest. If they cannot show up at within reasonable amount of time, I'll have to release you. But that means just to either schedule a day where you're going to, again, turn yourself in and finalize it, or then obviously that will become a warrant. Right now, what I've tasked Jonathan there to do is to ask you again what you stated to Marshal Clay, so that we can do our due diligence and all the paperwork, so that the sheriff, regardless if they show up right now or they show up at a later date, they can review it and make their own determination. If you need anything at all for the time being, please ask. You're not going to get the, usual perk treatment in a way, but there is a few things that we need to take care of.
Of course.
I appreciate it.
You should, I can ask questions if you prefer.
Yeah.
What is this remedy that you're making? What are you making it out of?
That's just it's just a little bit of I put some rosemary and mint in there, and then there's this little when you dry out this little mushroom, and you only use a little tiny bit of it, it's not so bad.
And what kind of experiences do you have after you take it?
Well, that's dependent on how much you take. I've only ever played with little amounts, and it's helped me a lot, actually. It helps things be a bit more quiet, and I see things clearer, like colors and things.
Do you have visions of other people while taking it?
If you take a lot of it, you do.
Have you used it while on duty?
No.
Never?
No. when you use it and you're in an enclosed space like this or something, it's horrible. It's suffocating. You have to be out in the mountains, out in the open. Somewhere beautiful and calm.
How often do you take it?
It's really gonna help people. It's helped me. I haven't perfected it yet. So I've only ever had it a couple times. I don't see what it matters though. It's just a tea. It's just some herbs.
You
If
ever,
you don't mind, Church.
you ever used it on duty?
No, I've never used it on duty.
Go ahead, Rocket.
When was the last time you used it?
The last time I had it was 2 nights ago.
Okay. Was you on it when you saw Lou LeBlanc last?
No,
LeBlanc or LeBlanc? What is it?
LeBlanc.
LeBlanc, okay. Do you want to tell me what happened now?
Um, he was released, and everyone kept getting hurt, and nothing was changing. So I decided to try a different route. I I I told Logan I don't know how to explain it because I don't think you're gonna understand it.
Try.
I we went to court. How many times? 3, 4, and nothing changed. Nothing fixed anything, and it just was a repeated pattern. And here's the thing: is I know that he isn't the bad person. It's the thing that plagues his mind that's bad. I know it, and I don't know how. I couldn't get anyone to listen to me when I tried to explain it. People kept trying to hurt him, and I kept trying to get them to stop. So then finally I thought, if I could speak to whatever was talking to him, if I could deal with it, then it would put all of this to rest, because then he's not gonna go and try and find somebody else to hurt, and none of this other, everything would end there. So that's what I did. He wanted to see me, and so I went and I found him. And I had him. I tried to get him to talk to his god, but it wasn't talking to him. and he told me of another way. That there may be a way to at least get it. He's told me of another way. And I did the other way.
What was the other way, Fenna?
He had to die. But he didn't. So it didn't work anyways.
Can you repeat that?
He had to die.
Fenna, did you kill Lillibonk?
No.
Did you attempt to?
Yep.
How did you try?
It doesn't matter. Because it didn't work.
It does matter. How did you try, Fenna?
I tried to do what it told me to. If there was a way to save his soul, I wanted everyone. I just wanted everyone to be okay again. Even him. So I just did what I was instructed to.
And what were you instructed to do? Fenna,
George, I can't. I can't.
look at me. The how matters. I can understand your reasoning for what you did. And I get that. But until you speak it out loud, it's going to haunt you for the rest of your life.
It's gonna haunt me anyway.
There's a difference between an avalanche and a snowfall. Even though they're both snow.
Okay. I,
Take a deep breath.
I, you're not gonna understand it though. You guys are gonna just think that I've lost it, and I haven't. I was doing the right thing.
Fenna. I get that you did it to try and save him and save others when you thought that nothing would work. I just need to know how.
You good?
There's this knife, and I had to use that knife. And that's what I did.
Fenna? Where is he? Right now.
He's staying up north, away from the swamps. I don't know where he is today, but I know he's up there.
You did what you had to do. But is he alive or dead?
He's alive. So I failed. Did everything to break a curse, and I still failed. And now it's just on me.
Going back to where you've left him, where was that? Exactly. Where did you meet?
You mean when all this happened?
Mm-hmm.
I left him in the swamps. It's where you wanted to be. And then I didn't just leave him. I didn't just leave him to be alone. I sent a telegram. I sent one Just in case. Just in case. I don't know who found him, but somebody did.
You didn't do anything with him after with the knife.
No.
You just left him.
Yeah.
You said someone found him.
Well, yeah. I was told that he was in the St. Denis hospital after.
So if I go to St. Denis Hospital and check in with the nurses, would they tell me the same thing?
Yeah. I mean, he's not there anymore. He's up north now, like I said, but he was there for a while.
Okay. You know, Fenna, in a very long line of trying to do our duty, the difference, and coming up to just face to face with the darkness and the shit and the piss that humanity is. Doing what you have to do is way different from not telling us everything. And so, having this argument about there's no difference, there's no change, that everything is the same, why don't you make this right? Because I always know that Fenelaski is the person who always puts her best foot forward. What did you do with the knife?
It's on my list.
All right, Fenelaski.
Yeah.
Hold off on that, Evelyn. We were unable to find him. What you said was true in regards to the camp and in regards to being able to find bandages and things like that. Obviously, we need to find him. Okay. So I'm going to say a couple of things that are going to be hard to hear. All right. If you need a moment at any point in time, you let me know.
Okay.
All right. While I understand the reasoning behind your actions, I can empathize with your motives and the decisions that you made. You attempted to take justice into your own hands. You swore an oath upon whether it was the Constitution or the Bible. You swore an oath to this department and the people of this state. In that oath, you swear to uphold the Constitution, its laws, and to protect the citizens of this state. Your actions broke that oath. You took justice into your own hands. One of the hardest things for people in our line of work to do is simply the job long term. No matter how hard we try or how much we fight or how much we come every single day and bring the same energy and passion and power into things, at the end of the day, the cycle of violence doesn't stop. It's not a job that has a diminishing return. It's not a job that ever ends. It's constant. And the job will continue long after we are gone and long after our children are gone and so on and so forth. It's too easy for many people to get to a point where you feel like nothing works and the system's broken. But it's those very moments where we have to stay strong and stay true to that oath. To push past those things and those fears and those desires to take matters into our own hands and continue to uphold the law. You broke that oath. And rather than bring a man to justice, even through a system that you don't agree with, you attempted to take that man's life, regardless of the reasons or the rationales that you see fit to bring to it. Again, I can empathize with your position, and I can empathize with your frustration. However, what I cannot empathize with is your actions. What makes us different is the ability to keep the candlelight going no matter how much the darkness surrounds. And I'm sad to say that you let your candlelight go out. As of today, you are no longer part of this department. You will no longer be employed as a deputy of this office. And today, June 18th, 1903, you're going to be charged with attempted first-degree murder. You will go before a judge who will hear out your statement, your crimes, your position, and you'll be given an opportunity to defend yourself. I've spoken with Under Sheriff Moody, and after debate, we've decided that we will give you that much courtesy. You have provided to us an admission of guilt. Something that I'm sure you've rattled with long before you've had this conversation with us or anybody about it. But because of your, up until recent, outstanding service and commitment to this department, we will give you the benefit of the doubt to have your day in court and stand before a judge and plead your case. At this point in time, I'm going to contact members of the Department of Prisons. They will come down, and you will be taken to Siska, where you will be held until such a time as you can have an arraignment. A judge may ask you to plead through that, and through that system, you're welcome to plead guilty, or you're welcome to have your day in court. That courtesy is being extended to you. While I don't agree with your actions, and to be quite frank with you, I condemn them. And I appreciate the amazing service that you've given to this department, to this state, to its people. You have always tried to see the best in people. You've always tried to help those that couldn't be helped. You've tried to rehabilitate, re-educate, rehouse, rehome, and save lives constantly. However, I would be amiss to say that I'm gravely disappointed with the course of actions that you took. And I hope in time, during your service, or what happens to you from this point forward, you learn to live through your experience. You learn to forgive yourself. And that you continue to grow and thrive in your life. But it will not be as a member of this department. Judging by your statement and your actions and turning yourself in, admitting to guilt, I know there's nothing I can say that you haven't already said to yourself in some degree. That you haven't already torn yourself apart as a result of the actions you've taken. My only fleeting request to you is to not cut your life short, but to live it, learn from your experience, and when you become better and healthy, use it to help other people. To prevent other people from going to the point that you got to, from doing the things that you ended up doing, and to continue to save lives and make better, positive changes in others. Do you understand everything I've said to you?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions?
No.
You didn't check in with me when I asked.
You tried. Well, I did it once anyways.
What happened after it?
I got lost. I came back. And now I'm here.
Don't you read a map? Compass?
So if you ask anyone I've ever patrolled with, they tell you how terrible I am with direction.
I'm not talking about that.
You ever, you ever feel like things are just always loud?
No, I wouldn't.